Okay, so let's take a look at this extract from the website in a little bit more detail. So what is The Real Mary King's Close is the title. Now we can see that they start straight away with, how is it that streets that were once the bustling heart of Edinburgh's old town came to be sealed off and hidden from sight? That's an example of our rhetorical questions that we've been looking at in the previous video, designed to pique the reader's interest, get them thinking about what this attraction might be like. You can see that they've got the word bustling to describe Edinburgh's old town. So back in the days when this close was used and lived in, it was a very bustling and busy place, and they're contrasting that to the fact that it is now sealed off and hidden from sight. So again, creating a sense of mystery and intrigue with the sealed off and hidden from sight. Be transported back to the 17th century Edinburgh as a costumed character guide leads you on an hour-long fully guided tour through the uniquely preserved streets and spaces. So you might have noticed that that would be an example of alliteration. And again, so would the streets and spaces. So it's used quite a lot in advertising and persuasive writing to kind of just make the text a bit more interesting to read and a little bit more intriguing again. You'll notice perhaps that it also says that the costume character guide leads you on an hour-long fully guided tour, and this word you, look out for it in all of the advertising copy that we read, because they're quite often talking to the reader as you, and it's a sort of direct way of speaking to them, draws them in, makes them imagine that they're there in the action. So it's commonly used again in advertising. And then we can see in the final sentence we've got marvel at how different life would have been for the people of Edinburgh when these streets were open to the skies. So the word marvel is quite emotive language. It's quite exaggerated and again makes the text more persuasive and more interesting. And again, it's sort of ending how it started with this idea of how different the life would be to the people of Edinburgh when these streets were open to the sky. So how different it was in the past, in this street's heyday, to how it is now. So we can see examples of a few of the techniques that we've talked about just in this tiny little bit of text from the website.